Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. I'm going to show you how to take a seasonal towel and decorate it up just a little bit. For instance, our Memorial Day holiday and our 4th of July holiday is coming up pretty soon. So if you're invited to a backyard cookout, you could take these as little hostess gifts if you wanted to, or if you just want to decorate your own space to make it look really festive for the holidays. So these are towels I found at Kohl's, and they're called Celebrate America. These are seasonal towels, and what I thought this is cute. If you love cats, these two here are all about cats, and they come in a pack of 2. This is a background of navy blue, and this is a background with white. Then these are my favorites. This has just stars all over it. It's totally red, white, and blue. And this one says faith, family, what does it say? Freedom. So these are all important, I know, to all of us here who live in this country. So let's get started. So now I'm just going to show you some really simple things that you can do that only just take 5 minutes to do. This is wide rickrack. It's 1 inch wide, and I get mine at Walmart, but you can also get it at other quilt fabric shops. You can get it online, go to Amazon, and sometimes just putting a little row across the bottom of the towel just makes it look like you spent a lot of money. So you could do the same on here. Now this white doesn't look quite as good, but it still does show up. Now let me show you some other things you can do. If you can't find the wide rickrack, you can get 1/2 inch wide rickrack, and you can get that at some Walmart stores. Now not all Walmart stores carry fabric and crafts, but you can get it at Joann Fabrics and Crafts. You can get it on the internet. Now I didn't have any navy blue, so I just grabbed this purple just to show you. You could do 3 rows of rickrack, red, white, and blue. You can also find ribbon with red, white, and blue on it, but make sure when you, before you purchase it, read the label and make sure that it is washable. You don't want to put something on there that can't tolerate any heat, but some of these towels are just purely decoration. No one ever uses them. So you could take a ribbon like this. They even have narrower ones, so you could do just 1 row of the narrow. You can do polka dots if you want, and here's really skinny ribbon. If you're going to use the 1 inch wide rickrack, this is how you would go about doing it. Make sure you cut it wider than the width of your towel, at least 1/2 inch more on each side, because you want to wrap it around to the back. So first pin it across and wrap the ends around. Then, using thread that matches the rickrack, go along the edge here. And I lengthen my stitch to about 3.0, and just take your time going along. Then I stitched up the side, and then I went across the top and then stitched back down the side. If you're going to use just the 1/2 inch wide rickrack, again, cut it wider than the width of your towel, wrap it around to the back side, and all you need to do on this is stitch right down the center of the rickrack. On this one, I decided to just use a small strip of fabric. So if you're going to do this particular towel with fabric on it, all you need to buy is about 1/8 of a yard wide, which is 4.5 inches wide. And it's plenty long enough for this. Or you can buy fat quarters. So I'm just going to cut a strip, and I'll show you in a moment how I'm going to press it and stitch it up. But you're just going to lay it across there, and then you're going to take your rickrack and lay it across there. To measure how long your fabric needs to be, first measure the width of your towel. So measure from one side all the way over to the other side. This towel is 16.5 inches. Always measure your towel because they all come out a little different. So then add 2 inches to that measurement. I've cut my piece of fabric 4 inches wide by 18.5 inches long. Fold the top edge over 1/4 inch and press with your iron. And then at each end, fold it over just once and press. And you're folding it over 1/4 inch. At the bottom edge, you're going to fold and press twice. So fold it over 1/4 inch and press all the way across. Fold it over again and press. After folding the bottom edge over twice and pressing it, then you're going to stitch real close to this edge right here and back stitch at the beginning, stitch all the way across to the other side, and then back stitch. Now go ahead and pin your border along the bottom here. Now, this is purposely cut longer because often your towels have a very uneven bottom edge. So I always cut it longer and let it hang down past the lower edge of the towel. So go ahead and pin it down, and then you're going to wrap the ends around to the back and pin it. And here's a sample of how I've pinned this one. Then after you've pinned everything, then you want to start down at one end, it doesn't matter which one, stitch up this side about, less than 1/4 inch because you want to make sure you catch the edge on the other side. So stitch up this way and then stitch all the way across close to this top edge up here, real close. Go all the way down, and then when you get to this side here, you're going to stitch down, and again remember to catch the edge on the back here. After stitching, this is what it's going to look like, and then let's take a look at what it looks like on the back. So as you can see, you want to make sure you catch this one edge on each side. After you've done that, you're going to take 1/2 inch wide rickrack and place it on the edge to where you can't see this edge of the fabric. So you have it up there high enough to where it can't be seen. You'll wrap each end of the rickrack around to the back and pin all this down. Then doing a large stitch again, like 3.0, go right down the center of the rickrack. And this is what this one looks like when it's all done. Now, in case I don't think I mentioned in the beginning of the tutorial, but this is a common question I always get. Should I wash my towel and fabric first? I would, because more than likely this is going to be used and get washed and it might shrink. So I would wash all of your towels and wash your fabric if you're going to use fabric on it. Now, where did I get my patriotic fabric? You can get it at a lot of places. Sometimes Walmart has it. This piece of fabric was bought years ago and I had a little bit left over. But you can also get it at Joann Fabrics and Crafts, and I'm sure you can find it at Hobby Lobby. So let me show you some other examples. Before I show you the fabric, I forgot about this really cute towel I made for 4th of July probably 4 years ago. And this was a seasonal towel I found at Walmart. Now, I haven't seen them carry any novelty towels in a long time. In fact, often they don't have any towels at all. So, but with this one, it had red check already printed on it. I had some blue and white check, so that's what I added on with the red rickrack. So you can do a lot with these towels for very little money. Maybe you're thinking about doing a lot of decorating for Memorial Day or 4th of July. You're going to have a cookout in your backyard. Don't forget about making a table runner, and they are so easy to make, and I often use outdoor fabric, and this was purchased from Joann Fabrics and Crafts. So you can find it there. Also, Walmart occasionally has patriotic outdoor fabric. So I'm going to give you a link on how to make a really simple table runner, and it's called my Spring Table Runner. I purchased this outdoor fabric from Walmart several years ago, and they also had some other fabric that went along with this. So I'm one of those, I like making two-sided table runners. In other words, a different theme on each side. And so it was patriotic on this side, and then I had another little summer beach theme on the other side. So if you just spend just a little bit more money, you can make a nice sized table runner just by purchasing a ½ yard of each of your fabrics. If you don't want to make a table runner, or maybe you do and you'd also like to make matching placemats, this star fabric is also outdoor fabric purchased from Walmart, and I just put plain red on the back. That's also outdoor fabric. Now, you don't have to use outdoor fabric. Here is just regular cotton fabric. They have two-sided. I have patriotic, different types of patriotic fabric on this side and different on this side. And what's neat about this one is it's got a pocket, and you can put your knives and forks and spoons in it. And then there's this one I made. I used 4 squares, and then it's got just check fabric with rickrack on the back. And then here's another one. Didn't use necessarily patriotic fabric, but you can still buy regular red, white, and then blue fabric, and then just use rickrack. These are so easy to make, and there will be a link listed below your YouTube screen. And also, don't forget pot holders and mug rugs. You'll find all kinds of goodies down there that you can make to all go together for your patriotic holidays. You can also do what I call applique patterns on your towels. For instance, you can cut out a star shape, stitch around the edges of the star on your towel. Now, these are cookie cutters that I also got at Kohl's. And I think they were just, what is it? Here, $2.98. And you have all of these different sizes. I often buy cookie cutters to use as templates for my applique projects. Remember, if you cannot find a patriotic towel, just look for plain white towels, and you can do the same thing, still giving it that red, white, and blue feel. Now, if you're interested in other towel projects, table runners, pot holders, all of those things that you can make for your holiday time, then check below your YouTube screen. You're going to scroll down to the About section or description section. Click on the down arrow or Show More. It'll expand open and you'll see all kinds of links appearing. Now, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Happy sewing! If you like the Sewing Room channel, one of the best ways to show your support is to subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. And make sure you click on the bell so you receive notifications for all my new videos. I'm Cheryl, this is Manny, and this is Scotty. See you next time.